Come stay. Ashay. Okay, I was just testing out that little intro. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna keep that or not. But hi everyone, my name is Veronique LuckyVe for this channel. So this is my YouTube intro video. I already posted a video, but I haven't introduced myself, said hi, hello, my name is. This is what this is right now. I am having a very hard time putting this music up. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is pronounced Veronique. Throughout most of my life, I've gone by V. Most people don't know how to say my first name. It wasn't until recently where I started letting people know how to say my name. So I'm just letting you guys know in the first few videos. I think I'm just gonna stick to V just because, you know, having people say my name correctly is kind of federal, which doesn't happen very often, but still. So the channel name, V is one of the nicknames I've gotten during college and stuff. Someone tried to give me that name in like elementary school, and I was like, no. But yeah, I got someone shortened my nickname again from VV to V. It's cool, it's cute, I like it. And then freshman year, I was all like, you know, I'm a lucky girl. I always thought I was kind of lucky just because of like the experience that I've been through and everything. So it was always kind of like I got really lucky a lot of times. So it was kind of like LuckyVe, kind of had a nice little ring to it. LuckyVe is me. So I just like, you know what, I like that channel name, so I'm gonna keep it. That's my nickname. And so LuckyVe, I have it kind of like everywhere. Like I used to have that on my Snapchat story. I used to have that on my Instagram. Actually, that's still my Instagram, you know. That's actually my Finsta. That's my Finsta name right now, actually, LuckyVe Ashay. Just to be clear, when I say Ashay, Ashay is a comedic term for "and so it shall be." So it's kind of just like a period. Like, okay, this is kind of like an amen. Like, this is it. Like, period. As I say, it should be. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say Ashay. It's A-S-E, in case you were wondering. So that's how I got the channel name. My first name is Haitian Creole or French. I got it. My mother is from Haiti. My mother's side is from Haiti. My father's side is from America. I'm Haitian American. So I really like it because my first name tells you I'm Haitian. My last name tells you I'm American. But yeah, my first name, even my nickname actually. Hold on, give me 1 second. Where is it? Okay, so my nickname, actually, I got it from my great-grandmother as well. So not only do I have her first name, but I also have her nickname. So my family pronounces my name as something different. My dad's side pronounces my name as something different. They kind of have a southern drawl. My mother's side speaks French, Haitian Creole, so they speak in an accent. So I don't really keep my name. Like, I don't really have, like, one set name exactly. Let me put this back really quick. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, everyone pronounces my name differently. Americans pronounce it as VV. My mother's side is Haitian American, so they pronounce it with a Haitian accent. And then my father's side is from the South, so they do speak with the southern drawl, some of them. So it's also pronounced differently on their side. So VV to you guys, LuckyVe to everyone over here. That's all cool. But I just want to explain a little bit where my name is from and how my name kind of tells where my family's been, who I am, a little bit about my past. I feel that's kind of cool to have like a first name that tells you where your mother's side is from and a last name tells you where your father's side is from. So yeah, ethnically I'm Haitian American, Haitian Solani if you really want to get down to it. I really like the term Solani, which is another term for African American. I feel like, yeah, we're American, but they put the African in front of it, which we are obviously all from Africa, but I just feel like it isn't very conclusive enough to tell us who we actually are. African Americans are very much resilient people. We're people with soul, so I really like Solani. So on this channel, I really want to document a lot about me. Like, I really truly love documentation. I think that's one of my love languages, honestly. I think that should be added to the list. Copyright documentation, from photos to journals to like little photo albums like over there if you can see it. I really love like documenting, having maps, like silly little, like I love me a good map, y'all don't understand. Like, I really truly do love keeping maps. Like, I love collecting like things like maps, stickers. I love documentation. So I definitely want this to be a vlog channel. I also want to get into philosophy, metaphysics, my love, metaphysics. Oh my gosh, I could talk about it for forever. I'm always writing like little notes in my notebooks, or just like during class, or I'm writing like in my little note section of my iPhone, or I'm just making little videos or voiceovers just of little thoughts that come through my head. And I really like talking about them. I really like talking to people who like understand like philosophy, or just want to speak about philosophy, or really just get into it. So I definitely want to have like a section just dedicated to talking about philosophy, metaphysics. Who are we? Like, what is this existence? Like, hello? Like, we have skin, we have air, we have all these things around us. Like, every single person goes through a certain set thing that defines them or changes them, and I think that's really cool how the universe works. So I definitely want to get into it, talk a little bit about it, and then finally, just like, I think I put down also, I want to talk about story times. You know, I've just how I got in. I didn't even give you my Howard intro. I gave them the first intro. All right, here, hold on. Okay, you guys ready for this? Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Veronique Waters. I'm a junior, strategic legal and mass communications major, concentration on organizational communication. Y'all, the way my video cut off was so disrespectful, but one more time. Hello everyone, my name is Veronique Waters. I'm a junior, strategic legal and mass communications major with a concentration in organizational communication and double minor in sports administration and international affairs at Howard University from New Jersey by way of New York. Yeah, I did that right, I think. Yeah, I think I did that right. Sometimes you put your minor after like your school or whatever, but whatever, that's a mouthful, okay? But yeah. Okay, so what all of that meant, the minor, the major, the concentration, all that big jumble words, I want to be an international event executive. That means planning big events on an international scale, from sporting events to government events to hosting my own events, hopefully one day with my own company. But yeah, I want to be an event planner. That's when I first started out. I was like, people were coming at me for like saying I want to be an event planner. Like, you're going to college for that? Which I get. You don't have to go to college to be an event planner. But I wanted a degree. I want to go to HBCU. Back in high school, I really wanted to like go to school abroad. I was like, no way am I going to go into debt. Like, oh my gosh, I can't do the debt. America is such a trap. You get into debt, you work your whole life for the debt. You're not free. Like, your free will is gone. Da 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 da. Here I am at HBCU in debt. But I am definitely like one of my big things. It was either between being in debt or not going to PWI again, and I could not do the PWI again for another. I was going insane. I was going absolutely insane in high school. It was such a circle. Like, I was actually going so crazy. Like, it was so bad. Like, the way I was feeling every day was so bad. But yeah, once I found out what HBCU was, I already knew like that is set in stone. Like, I'm going to one. Howard was not my first choice, like, at all. Like, I used to hate DC with a parroting passion when I was younger. Like, I absolutely hated the city. But yeah, I hated DC when I was a little kid. Like, I would always go there and be miserable. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to DC. Like, I'm not going to school in DC. Like, Howard is ghetto as hell. They got all those issues. Honestly, the generation before me had really been protesting. They had really been out there. And it's not that as much as I go on, like, through, like, even talking to people from other schools at Jersey and stuff, and the other colleges, everybody has those issues. Just Howard students are a lot more vocal about their issues. Like, we're not living through this. Like, we're gonna protest, we're gonna get loud. Like, we're not living through this. Like, we pay too much money for this. Like, we do. And Howard students, the generation before me, was really out there on the streets, out there intense protesting, making it better for myself and other students. So I really appreciate them. But yeah, Howard is a little bit more on top of their dorming situations. It's not perfect, definitely not perfect. Sophomore year, I had cold water most of the year, but it was better than the previous generation, honestly. And I appreciate them for that. So some of those story times I'd like to tell, maybe how I got into Howard. If you're interested in that, not sure, drop it in the comments, like, subscribe while you're at it. But yeah, just different story times about experiences I've been through. Just, you know, I've lived 20 long years. I've made it to my 20s. I think I've seen it all. Just jokes. Oh my gosh, I'm a corny person. Like, there's no getting around this. I can't. Like, this is just who I am. Like, I really tried fighting it for a long time. You can't. Like, this is just the stuff that comes out of my mouth. I can't help it. I really cannot help it. If I could, I would be cooler. I swear I would. But I can't. So this is what you're getting. This is who you're getting. Let me check what else I had on my list really quick. I'll be right back. maybe right now, y'all. Okay, moving on. But yeah, I want to be an event executive. I want to plan events. I want to plan my own events. I want to plan events that really bring people together, especially people of African descent. I feel there's a lot of divide between all of us, from Haitians to Jamaicans, from Caribbeans to Africans, from Africans to African Americans, like people from Philly, from people from New York. Like, it's just everywhere we go, we're divided, which I get. We have different cultures. That's really, really cool that we should have subject cultures in one race of people, but we should also be able to unite and be able to count on each other and not hate on each other, especially in front of the white man. Like, what are we doing, y'all? Okay. Hi guys, I'm back. I got a chocolate muffin. But last I just want to talk about my 3 key words for my channel. It's growth, balance, change. This is kind of like my, I don't know, like my initiative for my channel when I was first like brainstorming my ideas of how I want to look like. I think that's kind of just my motto. Like, it was my motto at that point. I think still it might be a little bit my motto. I think I'm gonna start first by balance. To me, balance is like life. Sometimes you have to do really hard things, but like, what's the point of doing hard things if you're not enjoying yourself, you're not having fun, they're not paying off, you know? Like, because first off, eventually that's gonna get boring, and 2, it's not a very productive lifestyle. You can have all the fun you want in the world. It's not going to necessarily make you feel fulfilled. And you can work all the time, but it's not going to necessarily make you feel fulfilled. You have to have balance. I feel like that's all very important. I feel like in life, in order to have a good life, you have to have balance. You have to learn how to balance. I feel like a lot of life, and a lot of adolescence, a lot of adulthood, a lot of teenage to adolescence, you really learn that balance is key in all things. Change is like kind of like a plant changing its form. If it's like a long, like a tree. How a tree, like, it grows, yes, and then also changes to something completely separate. Changing is the leaves falling off but coming back when it gets warmer out, and then falling again with the winter. That's the change. Obviously that goes in a circle, but that's change. Growth is like growing up, and growth is like, mostly when we think of growth, we think of positivity. And Lauryn Hill had said, anything that isn't changing is dead. And people, like, I feel like that is so true. Plants are constantly changing in ways we can't always really see, but they're constantly changing. People ourselves are always changing. So I wanted to make sure I was doing a positive change. And I know there's, obviously I've talked about it before, like in my previous video, but there is some things I want to change about my life. I want to be more myself and more controlled of how I present myself in certain situations and my certain spaces. So that's, to me, that's growth, and that's what I'm working on. I want to grow into an amazing public speaker, because I want to be an event executive, and I feel like in order to be an event executive, I have to be able to speak. I have to really be able to. Oh God, what was that? Yeah, I'm like really heavy on the Lauryn Hill quote. Anything that isn't changing is dead. Y'all, we're not dead. We are living. We are breathing. If you're watching this, you are alive. Live, change, it's okay. One of the greatest blessings about being born human is the fact that we have the ability to change. Animals like birds, insects like ants, squirrels, they all have instincts. It causes them to like already know what they're gonna do, how they're supposed to live and everything. But we can do whatever the fuck we want. Like, we have thumbs, we have minds, we have technology. Like, we don't have to stay the same. We don't have to live in the routine. Like, we don't have to do that at all. People should possibly change it. You don't have to stay the same. You don't have to be this person that people think you are. You don't have to be this person even you think you are. This person you've been all along. You can change at any single point in your life. Like, any point of your life. And change kind of starts first, like, in your head. Like, mentally. Like, okay, I want to be this. Or not even just sometimes. Like, sometimes it's the environment. Sometimes you don't even realize you're changing. But sometimes you can, I think with growth, you kind of curate where you want to go. I picture my future self to be. That's what I was praying to be. And she speaks very well. She handles herself in very well situations. She's graceful. She's a great speaker. She's very capable. She's love. She is joy. She is energetic. Everything that I am growing towards, which I think I'm on that path. I think it's a steady journey. Still not there yet, but I'm going. That is growth. Okay, well, hi guys. I'm going back right now, and I'm editing the videos, clipping stuff together, and I realized I could have looked at some notes, looked at the screen, have something on hand. So I'm thinking down the line, I'll do a reintroduction, maybe look at this video, looking at how I've changed, maybe the way I speak is a little different, maybe I'll cringe a little bit. Just, I just want to make sure I got everything set very clear right now. Okay, so some things about me. I love nature, but I really hate bugs. I can't stand them. Bees, I'm cool with. I understand that they're not completely awful, but everything else, no. I really like boats. I would love to own a yacht in the future. Like, hello. I don't know why I'm just like obsessed with boats. I used to want to take a gap year and work on a cruise, but instead I went to an HBCU right after high school because I was like, you know what, let's just get this out the way. But it's okay. Things worked out. You'll understand why I'm where I am in the future, okay? But right now, mark my words, cut this clip, put it somewhere else. Everything worked out. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of your presence. I really appreciate you all being with me right here. It is so hard to be yourself and to accept yourself and to know who you are and to learn who you are. But I feel like sometimes it's really hard to look at yourself and be like, oh my God, is that what I'm saying? This is how I look like? Like, what am I thinking? Like, why is this me? Why do I present myself this way? And I feel like until you do that, until you accept who you are fully, you're not going to grow and to become who you think you are and who you want to become. Like, I feel like when I think of God, I think about my higher self, my highest self. And I try connecting to her as much as I can, but I feel like I'm not going to give that trying to be hiding from myself, You have to accept who you are, and that's what I'm trying to do. Sometimes it's very hard to look back on these. Sometimes it's doing these videos is a lot of reflection. Like, sometimes you imagine yourself a different way, but then when you actually are speaking or you look back at yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, is this who I am? And it's like, yes, this is part of who you are. You truly have to love yourself. And yeah, this is me. This is who I am right now. I am in my 20s now. Oh my gosh, I'm 20, but I can't go to the clubs. I'm not 21 yet. But sometimes I feel like I don't know myself, Sometimes it's hard to look at yourself and really reflect on what you are right now, who you are right now, who you actually are, not just who you are in your head. Who you are in your head and who you present yourself to the world can be two different people. I feel like that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. This is definitely a journey. It's definitely a journey. This is definitely something different. I'm literally, this is not like a talk show podcast where someone else is right here with me. I have to act a certain way with someone. It's just me alone in this room with the mirror in front of me, trying to speak to my soul. I don't know. It's weird. I feel a bit corny as per usual. That's nothing new. That's nothing new about myself, honestly. But it's growing. This is growth. Wait, God, why did I do that? But thank you all so much for watching this video. Have a good night. Good night, good morning, anyway, deuces. So I actually made this video about a month ago. It is taking me so long to add all the pieces together. I record my videos, as embarrassing as it is, on Snapchat. It's just easier for me with storage and flipping the camera around. It's just easier for me to record on Snapchat. So sometimes the videos will cut off and it's kind of an awkward little cut. I try my best to make it as seamless as possible, but obviously you can kind of tell sometimes. You'll be like, wait, what's going on? Did you just stop talking? I don't know. Why the video cut off? You cut that out? No. Now I'm rambling a little bit, but now I'm back with more revisions. It's months after. This is July 2025. A lot's going down right now, but I've been thinking about this for a while. I just procrastinated so long. I want to make a shortened video of an introduction video because the one I made is really long. So I might just have the other one up and down, kind of, because it's kind of a lot of personal 3 a.m. thoughts on there. But yeah, I just want to make sure I have a shortened version as well. Now I'm trying to think of a way to say goodbye for real. On my mom's side, if it's been a great day, we're saying goodbye. We're going to say Mali. If it's my friends I'm really close with, I'll say bye, I'm going to miss you. But I know this one guy from this shop, Blue Nile, DC. Check it out if you can. He said, don't say goodbye. He says, say see you later. So I think right now I'm going to say see you later. I think it's kind of time inclusive, because I don't know if you're watching this in the morning, at night. But see you later. Bye.